Bob Carr here with another episode of the Bob Carr Show. In the studio today, returning, Mr. Chris Engler. Chris, what's happening in the computer world, sir?
The computer world's crazy. There are so many things happening. We talked about AI last time.
Yes, sir.
I think previous to that, there's been all kinds of cloud stuff going on. All these things are all meshing together, and there's all kinds of products that are coming out around all these services. So it's almost like you can hire an employee that can do a specific job, and that's a flat rate. It costs pennies on the dollar for what you would pay a person to do.
But that leads to a lot of other problems, I bet.
Potentially, yeah. So it's all about skills now. What kind of skills can the computers learn versus what kind of skills the people can learn? Obviously, most people can learn more skills than a computer can learn. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you still need to have people watching these things.
Absolutely. So what opportunities do they give you as a business person in your space?
Well, it magnifies people's productivity. So whatever you can do in your role, you can hire out AIs to take care of all kinds of menial tasks for you. So that means that you can get more things done during the day. So it can so the more you learn how to use it, the more valuable you can be.
Potentially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I see problems with that. People not set an AI to run correctly, and you could have a big mess on your hands as a small business person.
Well, that's with anything powerful.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to steer it, you can cause all kinds of trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
How are you taking it to take advantage of it in your business? What do you see how you can help people either stay out of running off the side of the road and help them with their business?
Well, it all has to do with how the services are delivered. So I think this conversation so far has been pretty open. And so we've been defining the edges. It's okay, really good things can happen, really bad things can happen. But how do you steer this power, this utility that everyone has access to now?
Gotcha.
And so the way you do that is through the trusted partners, essentially. So we at Engler IT, we are a Microsoft partner. And so Microsoft is coming out with something called Copilot, which is highly integrated with the OpenAI project ChatGPT.
I got you. I didn't know they were coming out with that.
And so it's all
Gotcha.
being integrated into Microsoft's 365 suite of services and products.
So that way it'll all work together.
Yes. So it's all about...
Interesting.
So you can always have like a personal assistant that can monitor the things that you're doing, remind you to do things if you forget to do things. If you told someone that you're going to do something and you haven't done it yet, like for instance, if I'm on a meeting with you, if I'm on a Teams meeting with you, and I'm saying, hey, Bob, this has been a great meeting. I tell you what, let's follow up in a week at 1 o'clock on the 10th, and we'll take it from there. And if I never schedule that meeting, Copilot, I don't think it does not do it right now, but it will very soon. It'll message me and tell me, say, hey, Chris, you told Bob that you were going to meet with him on the 10th at, 1 or 10 o'clock or something like that. See, this is why we need computers. But anyhow, it'll come back, circle back to me and say, hey, do you want me to take care of this for you? And I can say yes or no or whatever. And so there's already products on the market right now that are doing things like this. There's a really good product out called Gong that's doing things like that. But Microsoft Copilot's is following real fast behind there.
I got you. What do you think is going to be happening with all the technicalities of kids using this in school nowadays? We briefly chatted about this last time we were together.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So it all has to do with what's the purpose of education. Is it to have the kids go through the exercises, or is it for them to learn something? And so there's a big difference there.
Yeah, huge difference.
Because one thing is like, can I solve a problem is one thing, or do I know all the incremental steps to manually solve that problem, and does that teach me anything? And so there's validity to both sides of the argument. But I mean, at the end of the day, we have this amazing tool available to us, and I think it absolutely makes a lot of sense to teach the kids how to use it.
Chris, anything else you want to share, and/or make sure you put out your particulars so people know how to get hold of you if they have questions?
Yeah, at Engler IT, we're growing like crazy over here. We grew about 30% last year, and we're looking to double this year.
Wow.
So we're really embracing all the latest technologies, all the latest securities. We're integrating AI with all of our tools to make our services be delivered as seamlessly and as easy as possible.
That's awesome. Chris, I appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks, Bob.
And this wraps up another episode of the Bob Carr Show. Stay tuned next week for another episode.